Alright, multiplayer games are fun, but sometimes you just want to, single player. Thankfully, there are many of those games worth investing your time into, and of course, if you have a beefy PC, they will look and perform even better than their console counterparts, but which ones are the best? Okay, well, we're gonna find out. It's about 18 upcoming single-player games of 2021 on their way to the PC, current, and the next generation of consoles, and definitely some of our favorite single-player games to keep track of. Here we go. Kena Bridge of Spirits is set to release for the PS5 and PS4 only at this point in Q1 2021, roughly spring. It's a third-person action adventure. Developers described it as a story about adventure and personal growth. It'll then blend, we hear, action and narrative into a different experience. And as you can see, this gameplay shows Kena's staff transforming into all kinds of different weapons. So we're probably in for a hell of a time with this new Sony's probably even timed exclusive. In any case, for a precise release date, make sure to stay tuned. The third and the final chapter in the World of Assassination trilogy. Hitman 3 is also set to come out pretty soon, on January 20th, 2021. This time around, it will take you to exotic sandboxes in an adventure across 6 different locations, and so far they have announced only 2, Dubai and England. Apart from that, they have also stressed on freedom of choices, more puzzles to figure out, and places to explore. According to the community leads, those who have purchased 2016's Hitman and 2018's Hitman 2 also can then import all of the previous locations into Hitman 3 too, which is actually crazy. Anyway, Hitman 3 is coming to the PlayStation 5, 4, Xbox Series X and 1, PC as well, like I mentioned, on January 20th, 2021.
The manor is full of old secrets. Any one of them could be the killer. Our target has hired the best detective of our generation to solve the crime. An excellent opportunity to get close. Don't you think, 47?
Naraka Blade Point, on the other hand, in case you're unfamiliar with, is a battle royale game mainly based on surgical melee combat and some high-flying grappling hook acrobatics. Now, developers even said it's designed with vertical movement in mind, which is a weird thing and also probably one of the most fun things about this game, and that you'll also be able to grapple your way to just about anything or anyone you can lay eyes on. There's then plenty of locations to see in the game's world. What's even better is that you can just go ahead and sign up for a closed beta at the game's official website right now, coming in November 3rd, the alpha, I mean. We're eager to get our hands on it too. The problem is it's only available in the US. Anyway, to accompany all the news, they also came out with this. Scorn, on the other hand, in which case you didn't know, is a first-person survival horror game, set in this world explicitly inspired by the work of H.R. Giger. Just look it up, man. In case you've missed any updates regarding this upcoming game, you're in luck. In this case, we just got a nice chunk of footage from the game, and it is pretty much what you would expect if you've been following the game since 2017. Yeah, things are dark, they're spiny and cartilagey, and your weapon is, I don't know. Anyway, so far so good until now. The scorned release that has been up in the air, but the end of the video, this video confirms that it will actually release sometime in 2021. So, how about that?
Causing this is localized at the top.
We're going to look at a short clip from one of Gotham Knight's villain crimes.
Well, on the other hand, I would like to mention Gotham Knights is the next big Batman games from Warner Bros, though this isn't a sequel to Batman Arkham Knight. It's an all-new tale where players will get to control different members of the Bat family as they face off against villains, of course. Gotham Knights, so far we hear, will be available in 2021 for the PS5, PS4 as well, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and even PC. They came up with a demo teaser and also a cinematic trailer, which I'm gonna put one of them in the end of the video, but this game is an open world, of course, but it also supports two-player co-op online. I mean, you can play the game solo by yourself, in single player, and also play through the game with a friend. In case you missed it, here now is the announcement demo from a couple of weeks back.
Field disruptors in place. It's charging.
Get away from my storm engine!
Is that what you're calling it? You don't want to be on the roof when this disruptor goes off, trust me.
Irrelevant! I already have what I need. The storm has risen over Gotham. Nothing can stop it!
We'll see about that.
You cannot run from me!
An important element of Gotham Knights is that as the player increases in power and ability, their foes keep pace. So confronting a villain like Mr. Freeze can be a very different proposition at level 5 or at level 15. And not just in terms of...
Resident Evil Village as of right now doesn't have a set release date, but it is currently scheduled to be released for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X sometime next year. They have also said, while the game is being developed specifically for the next generation of consoles and the PC, we are looking into delivering the experience on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as well, and that we do aim for a top-tier survival horror experience. Moving on.
No living man has ever seen. Only the dagger can unlock the sands of time.
No!
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake has been in rumor mill for months, but we now know the highly anticipated game will finally be released on January 21st, 2021. About the game itself, all we actually know is that it will offer an experience faithful to the original, and it will also be a good way to discover or rediscover this fascinating story when it gets released later in January 2021 on the PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, possibly even next generation of consoles as well, but at a later date. For hardcore PC gamers, one of the most exciting surprises of 2020 was Stalker 2, a sequel to the cult classic 2007 first-person shooter that actually inspired games like Metro Exodus. Well, this sequel has had a rocky development, but everything seems to be finally happening. The only problem is that there is no specific release date has been revealed for the game yet, and the trailer doesn't really feature any gameplay, but we do know it will end up coming out sometime in 2021. If it's anything to go by, developers themselves describe Stalker 2 as a mix between a first-person shooter, horror game, and an immersive sim that gives players tons of options to complete any given scenario. Stay tuned for more updates on this one. Babylon's Fall, also, in case you wondered, is still in development. Following months of silence, they came out and said we can share that development on Babylon's Fall is continuing to progress very well. They even committed to delivering an exhilarating experience, and they will look forward to showcase much more on Babylon's Fall to you as soon as we can. Anyway, other than that, the game itself still remains a relative mystery, like how it will play exactly, when it will launch, and what platforms it will launch on once it releases. Anyway, good news is there's going to be more information coming later this November. Stay tuned. Far Cry 6 releases on February 18th, 2021 on the PC, current and next generation of consoles, including Stadia. From everything that's been shown so far, it looks like it'll be sticking close to the classic Far Cry formula, believe it or not, which, why wouldn't you? This means a resistance movement to join, enemy camps to conquer, vehicles to acquire, and a charismatic tyrant to overthrow. Here's another thing, though. Between now and early 2021, Ubisoft, the developers for Far Cry, is releasing 4 major games, all of which will be action-adventure games with open-world elements, in case you wondered. Watch Dogs Legion, which is not included here, is set to release on October 29th, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, also not here, November 10th, Immortal Phoenix, also not here, December 3rd, and Far Cry 6 then, and the end releases on February 2021, which we mentioned earlier. Anyway, let's move on.
Sent me. We need your help.
Well, as revealed in the latest trailer, the long-awaited LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has slipped from its original release date of end 2020 until spring 2021 now. Not only that, but you will get to play through all 9 Star Wars Saga films here, unlike any other entry in the series. What's even better, despite its delay, Amazon has already started pre-orders for a deluxe edition of the game on the PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and of course, Nintendo Switch for $69.99. To accompany all the news, this is what they came up with.
Punch it! Not him, the Falcon.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me. So be it, Jedi. Huh?
So yeah, Mudfish developers did come out with like a 7-minute gameplay trailer for Atomic Heart a little while ago, which the game itself is their sci-fi horror FPS project, confirming now a release date on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X alongside current generation of consoles, and even PC. I myself not still quite sure what Atomic Heart is still about, but it's really interesting, so I can't stop looking. Apparently that's just what these developers want, but they were actually kind enough to provide this brief synopsis. And I quote, The game kicks off when robots start attacking people. You will then have to investigate what has caused all these events and deal with what or who is behind all of this. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, we still don't have a release date, but Monfish says they're still in active development. Hopefully the wait won't be quiet so long for the next updates. So just make sure to stay around, we'll see. Lord of the Rings Gollum, on the other hand, is an action-adventure title described as a Prince of Persia-like stealth action game, with the branching narrative set parallel to the events of the original books and the movies. That also happens to be telling the story of War of the Rings from the perspective of one of it's Smeagol. It's Gollum. Anyway, the new game wasn't just embarked for early adopters of next generation of consoles, but it will also be coming to the Nintendo Switch, PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One as well at the same time, possibly in early 2021. You all know about Horizon Forbidden West by now, so here's some interesting news about the game. You won't need to upgrade to a PS5 to play Horizon Forbidden West. In case you need to know, Sony revealed today it plans to release the game on PS4 as well. What's more, if you do end up buying the game on PS4, you will get a free upgrade to the PS5 version, which is pretty cool. Sony's other majors like Sackboy, A Big Adventure, and Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales also get the same treatment. So how about that? And given that the PlayStation 5 may be difficult to get a hold of, well, I would assume this is actually some good news for those who don't want to miss any of those adventures. Anyway, Horizon Forbidden West releases sometime in 2021, possibly in the spring.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depths I won't explore.
Clear.
Shadow Warrior 3, the 6th installment in the long-running ninja shooter series, also the 3rd entry to be developed by these new developers, is set to come out on an unspecified date in 2021. What we do know about it is that the new entry is a smarter than it looks nostalgia trip, but they have been saying it can't quite live up to its predecessors, the level design of which is a little more linear than before, but features a lot more platforming, as you get to do a lot of wall running, grappling, and a lot of dashes. In any case, here's bits of its gameplay, but just make sure to stay tuned for more details on when it releases precisely in the coming months.
Boring.
Shit.
Siberia: The World Before, the August 2019 announced latest entry in the Siberia adventure game series, will now launch for the PC via Steam in 2021, developers make words announced. A demo for the game is available as well now on the PC via Steam. Do go ahead and check it out, that's worth it. What it is though, Siberia is a critically acclaimed point-and-click adventure game series that already has 3 installments, all with some really great stories. I personally actually really like the first and the second games. Anyway, Siberia: The World Before will be the next one, due out sometime in 2021. And here's this trailer.
What are you gonna do now, Kate?
Do you guys like robots? I don't know. Do you like neon lights, cats? I mean, I hate them, but do you? then Stray might be the perfect game for you. From indie developers Annapurna Interactive, Stray over here is a futuristic title where humans seem to have been replaced by robots. Though the trailer wasn't incredibly clear, it seems like you'll be navigating a Blade Runner style environment as a cat, as one of the few living things around, it seems. What exactly you have to do in the game, we're not actually certain about, but anyway, this one's also coming to the PC alongside the PS5, and it's all happening in 2021. On September earlier, Sony Santa Monica Studio finally copped one of the worst kept secrets in the game industry: God of War Ragnarok. I mean, the teaser doesn't reveal anything beyond the game's title, logo, whatever, and a 2021 release window, but based on the ending of the previous game and the fact that this new installment is subtitled Ragnarok, it kinda seems like it's safe to assume that Kratos is going to be windmilling this chain blades through maybe Thor and potentially even several other Norse gods. Whatever the case, that's it for now. For more PS5 news, make sure to stay tuned. That's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If there's anything you would like to know about these games, let me know about it in the comment section. If you like the video, don't forget to like. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe, because that would be the best way to get more videos like this one. In any case, I will see you guys again very soon.